Hello everyone, this is going to be my final prediction for the New South Wales election, which is coming out later today actually. I've discussed a lot of the Legislative Council, we can get back to that in a second. I want to go to the Legislative Assembly for a second. And what we've got here is basically what the prediction is from the betting sites. So there's Ladbrokes and there's Sportsbet, and they both have their own odds for each seat, who they think is going to win. And if you pick the favourites from each seat, they're exactly the same, and it comes up with Coalition getting barely majority on 47 out of 93. We've got Labor on 39, we've got the Greens on 2, we've got Shooters, Fishers, Farmers on 2. Apparently they're going to win Barwon, according to the betting websites. And we got Independent 3, which are independents which are already currently elected in Wagga Wagga, Lake Macquarie, and Sydney. Now, so what this actually presumes is that the Labor Party are going to win a couple of seats off the coalition. Coogee, Tweed, Upper Hunter, East Hills, and Lismore. Or Lismore could go to the Greens. But what there's also predicted is that the Nationals will take Ballina off the Greens, which I'm not sure if it's that likely. Now, this also says that the coalition are not going to take any seats off the Labor Party, which is a little bit surprising. There are some seats in the Labor Party which have very small margins. Gosford 0.2, the Entrance 0.4, Strathfield 1.8, Granville 2.1, Prospect 3.4. In fact, they have much more marginal seats than the coalition do, actually. What this also doesn't include is Monaro, which is on a margin of 2.5 for the Nationals. Apparently, this isn't a sure bet for the Labor Party. Apparently, according to some people, it probably won't happen. But if I actually could put some money on it, and I was going to put some money on this election, I was going to bet, but I left it far too late, unfortunately. But if I was, I'm going to say that the Labor Party will win Monaro. So like this is the betting odds. I'm going to change it to be more like this, by the way, just pushing everything up. So we have Labor getting a little bit more, and this actually ends the LNP majority. If we say that the Greens will keep Ballina, then it pushes it up even a little bit more. I think these kind of things are like definitely possibilities. I don't think the imagination will have to go too far to see something like this. Now, when you look at this, there's actually a good chance that the Labor Party can form government. Basically, what they would need would be these 3 Greens and the 2 Shooters and Fishers. I believe they've done a deal with the Shooters and Fishers. I mean, the Shooters and Fishers stereotypically are more like right wing, but you know, I can imagine some kind of negotiation where they could help out the Labor Party. They would also need, I think, 2 of these independents here. But like they're kind of like left-leaning, of course, the Greens, who will be going with them as well. I don't think the guy in Wagga Wagga is necessarily left-leaning, but they don't need them here because 40 plus 43 plus 45 plus 2 independents is 47. So, I mean, it will be a stretch, and especially if the coalition win 2-party preferred, it will be hard for the Shooters and Fishers Farmers Party to go out there and like, you know, say, oh, I'm going to support the party that lost the election, basically, especially if they get 5 less seats here. So the Labour Party, you know, they might pick up like 1 or 2 more unexpected seats. Every other seat that I haven't listed here is over a margin of 6%. Not saying it can't happen. There could be some places in Sydney or the rest of the country which have a large swing against them. There might be a couple of places which have a bit of a swing against Labor, I'd say, and that could be unexpected, like Strathfield. I mean, it's on a very small margin, and there's a lot of Asian people that live in Strathfield who would probably get upset about his comments the other day. It actually, on the betting websites, it had $1 for 5.5 for Strathfield, and I really was going to put some money on it, because even if the Labor Party end up winning Strathfield, I mean, odds of 1 to 5.5 that the Liberal Party are going to win, that's enough to, you know, put something on it, because I think it's a much greater chance that the LNP will win something like Strathfield back. So, we could get some seats going one way, some seats going another. This election is kind of up in the air. Obviously, the Labor Party hasn't had a good week. Michael Daly has not had a good week. And if we had the same opinion polling that we had, a week or two ago, I think that Labor would have a pretty good chance, actually, of winning this election. Not a majority. Probably not a majority. I think it's very unlikely that they would ever get a majority. They'd probably need about 52-48 or something like that. But close to it, they could have maybe had, maybe with the Greens, maybe with some independents, maybe shooters. But here, I think they're going to need all three. They're going to need Greens, they're going to need independents, and they're going to need shooters in order to do anything. I'll put the shooters here as well, for winning Barwon. Yeah, that makes it a bit easier. But, they still need at least one independent in this scenario. So, the coalition, all they need is either the 3 independents, the 3 Greens, or the 3 shooters and farmers, and they're in majority anyway. It's just so much easier for them. Let's have another look at the upper house. Okay, so what has mainly changed in the last couple of days is the Labour Party. I don't think there's a chance that they'll get 8 now, or at least there's going to be a much smaller chance than what I thought the other day. So that last seat there, Jeremy Buckingham, maybe a little bit more chance, but I also think Keep Sydney Open also has a chance for that seat. It's not a party that I actually talked about last time or the time before, but I think they have some popularity, and I don't know how well Jeremy Buckingham is going to go against Keep Sydney Open. Once again, the Shooters Fishers definitely likely to get 2 seats. David Leyonhjelm, not sure whether he's going to get that seat. One Nation will get that seat. I'm not sure if they're... I reckon this seat here will be between Shooters and One Nation, I reckon. Or the Lib Dems, one of those 3. And then the Coalition, yep, they're on 8, and I don't think they're going to slip any further, because they've been doing all right in the polls, but I doubt they're going to get 9 again. They're getting like 41 in the polls, which is probably going to translate to something like 36%, 37% in the upper house. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with this prediction here, and as I said before, it's not horrible for Labor if they get government, but it's pretty decent for the coalition as well. Really a very balanced upper house, and I was not quite right when I said this was some kind of record. I mean, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11. I mean, this is 11 here, and the record is probably, I think it's probably 12 from the 1999 election, where just a shit ton of minor party candidates got in. But since those reforms have come about, this has definitely been the most it will have been, and that's thankfully, and that's mostly due to the fact that we have all these like little right-wing minor parties getting in there and taking that. But yeah, Shooters, Fishers, Farmers could get 2 seats. I'm not sure at the moment. I'm going to say they're not.